lot of people think that they need a lot of money to start investing in real estate. For me, it wasn't the case. I only started with $30,000 signing bonus from Microsoft. I bought my primary residence. I recycled those capitals years after years to build a $5 million portfolio. So if you are getting stuck, if you are not sure how you can start with like small sum amount of money and to grow your portfolio, this video is for you. Like this video if you like this type of content. In this video, I'll show you a whiteboard discussion, basically explanation how 1031 works, how I used one property to build or get 6 properties. I used another 1031 to build 8 more properties. So right now I own 5 million worth of real estate portfolio, which have 23 rental properties and which generate $404,000 per year gross rental income. Let me show you how 1031 exchange works with my own examples. So you might ask, what is 1031? 1031 means if you want to sell one property with similar properties and you don't want to pay taxes on your taxable gain. So basically you are transferring your property to a multiple properties. So let me tell you my example first and we can go into detail about the restrictions. So I had a property in Seattle, rental property, 5653 34th Avenue Southwest. I bought this property in 2017 for like 569K and eventually sold this property in 2021 with 730K. And when I sold that property, I had proceed of $240,000, right? And this is a reasonable gain for the $240,000. If you want to pay taxes for 30%, even for 30% tax, that would be around $60,000 to $65,000, right? 65 to $70,000 pay taxes, right? You will lose all the money. But I didn't actually get this money. What I did, I got this proceed. I do a 1031 exchange so that I don't need to pay taxes on this gain, $240,000. I use 1031 and I basically transferred one property into 6 more properties. So I sold this property, one property, bought 6 more properties, 3 in Alabama, 3 in Nebraska. So now let me tell you how 1031 exchange works. So one thing to keep in mind, you need to work with a qualified intermediary. So what does that mean? That guy will hold on to your money. You can't touch your money. If you touch your money, that 1031 exchange will become null and void. And typically these exchange intermediary, they charges around $1,000 to $1,500 per transactions, and then more properties, right? So for everything itself, I totally paid around $300 for each property. So $1,600, $1,800, this one like $2,100. So around $3,000 I paid for this qualified intermediary. So think about it, this 240K, I only paid like $3,000, which is went to the fees of this guy, right? What it helped me to do, that actually buy 6 more properties. There are 2 things you need to keep in mind when you do 1031 exchange. This is really important, that when you sell this property, before even selling, you need to talk to this guy, qualified intermediary, so that after sale, that proceed directly go to their account, some sort of like escrow account, right? Now they have the money. You have 45 days. This is really important. 45 calendar days to find all the replacement property. So in these 45 days, you need to figure out what are the properties you need to buy. So you need to plan a little bit ahead of time, right? So I was already started looking when this house is on like in the market, right? As soon as I sold this property, going to close, I actually start looking for property. So I bought 3 properties in Alabama, which is 412 North Louisville, 5752 Warrior River Road, 4305 Woodruff Mill Road, right? These 3 in Alabama. And the other 3 I bought in Omaha, Nebraska, 6653 Decatur Street, 8104 Bardette Street, 2304 North 70th Street. All these 3 are in Nebraska. And you see how much money I put down. So these property I put like 30,000 down. This is 31,000 down. This is 41,000 down. This is 44,000 down, 47,000 down, 5,000 down. Keep in mind, you need to use all of your money, $240,000. If you don't use it, then actually to pay taxes. For example, you can only deploy maybe 100K, then you need to pay the taxes of another 140K. So it only works if you can figure out how you can deploy the whole amount in your 1031 exchange. That's pretty much it. So basically what I did, I had like $730,000 property. I sold this property, but I used like 240K deployed. But most of the properties I got is this 240K. I paid 25% down. So basically I got close to $1 million worth of property, right? So that's the one way to increase your value, your portfolio value. And keep in mind, when you actually identified this property, you talk to the qualified intermediary, you give them all the property list. Now you have 180 days to close all of the property. So basically 6 months. So you have long time horizon to close this property. If you can't close, obviously this value, this money will go to the qualified intermediary again, right? So two things to keep in mind. You need to always use qualified intermediary before even this sale closed. You need to talk to them, send money over. You have 45 days to identify all the replacement properties. It can be 1 to 5, anything you can buy all this property. You have 180 days, basically 6 months to close all of them property, right? And they will send qualified intermediaries, send all this money to this escrow company as well. These are all the things you need to keep in mind when you are doing 1031 exchange. One more thing, typically I found out if your gain is less than 100K, it doesn't make sense for you to do 1031 because there are too much hassle, right? So I would say, yeah, if it is more than 100K, then keep thinking about how to do it. If you need my help, I do consultation. So let me know if you want to talk to me about 1031 exchange. I can help you, guide you through the process. I hope you really like this explanation of 1031. If you really learned something new, comment below. Let me know what you want me to explain in similar kind of video in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next video.